Well, the former owner of two senior Labrador retrievers that were found severely neglected has now been identified. The Lee County Sheriff's Office says Jesse Burdette, the former owner of Marley and Daisy, was arrested and charged with 2 counts of animal neglect and 2 counts of no rabies vaccinations. This comes after an incident on January 23rd when deputies responded to a call for possible neglect. Sheriff Elliot Vandenberg says the dogs were immediately seized and placed into the care of the Paw Animal Shelter.
Iowa dog laws, animal neglect laws they suck. They're horrible. Adequate food, water, shelter. Well, my idea of adequate and your idea of adequate are 2 different things. So it's really, really hard for law enforcement to be able to even confiscate the dogs, much less move forward to prosecute them.
The shelter is still seeking donations for their care and their rehab. If you are interested, you can contact Paw Animal Shelter.